There are artists who become legends. And then there's Marvin Gaye, a voice that defined an era and became the soundtrack of social change and personal reflection. Born on April 2, 1939 in Washington, D.C., Marvin's early years were filled with tension. Raised by a strict preacher father and a mother who loved music, Marvin found solace in melodies that spoke to the soul. He began his journey with Motown in the early 1960s, quickly rising as one of its brightest stars. Known for his smooth vocals and romantic hits like Ain't No Mountain High Enough and How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You, Marvin captured hearts with songs of love. But his music was more than romance. It was about life and the human experience. But Marvin's journey wasn't easy. Beneath the glamorous exterior was a man struggling with inner demons. Raised in a rigid religious home and dealing with an emotionally abusive father, his private life was a constant turmoil. And it wasn't just his personal life that was difficult. The world around him was equally challenging. The turbulence of the 60s and early 70s weighed heavily on him. In 1971, Marvin decided it was time for a change. He had a story to tell, raw and unapologetic. His album What's Going On became a revolutionary moment in music. It wasn't just an album, it was an anthem for the disenfranchised. With tracks like What's Going On, Marvin tackled political unrest, the Vietnam War, and struggles of African Americans. This wasn't just music, this was a message. Yet Marvin's personal life continued to deteriorate. Drugs, depression, and a strained relationship with his family took a toll. Still, he remained resilient, creating hits like Sexual Healing, a mix of love and vulnerability in his work. Then, on April 1, 1984, tragedy struck. Just a day before his 45th birthday, Marvin was fatally shot by his father following an argument. A voice that had given so much to the world was suddenly silenced. Though Marvin's life was tragically cut short, his impact was immense. He wasn't just a singer, he was an icon of change. His music still resonates today, and his legacy as the man who spoke the truth will live on in every note he sang.